Run! Everybody run! The water's coming in! Hurry!
The water's coming in! Hurry, head to higher ground!
Greetings, Left Chief. It's daybreak. You should rest.
Oh, and everyone is still here. Very well. Everyone, go get some rest.
Quite tired now.
Thank you, everyone.
We have reports from 6 County. There have been minor conflicts during the summer harvest.
That can be dealt with once the summer harvest is over. It's May County that we should look out for.
We have instructed Magistrate Zhao Gang to handle any feud that may ensue.
Xiao Kang is a native of Qin. Let's hope he can...
Left
tomorrow.
Chief! Something awful has happened!
Magistrate Zhao, you're...
Are you okay? What happened? Tell us. Hurry.
The tribes of Mengshi, Bai, and Rongdi were having a feud. When the dam broke, so many have perished.
How could you let that happen?
I have failed my duty. So many have died. All those corpses everywhere.
Che-Ying, take 3,000 soldiers and head to May County at once.
Yes!
Just stay here.
Left Chief, here's the list of those involved in the feud.
Imprison them all at May County.
Yes.
Yeah! Yeah! Let go of me! Seal off the main opening of Wei River. Retrieve all the remains.
Yes, Left Chief.
Commander, how long will the left chief be at May County?
Open the main doors. He will be here shortly.
All right.
Che-Ying? We will not go in there. Set up a tent at the carriage grounds at once.
Yes, Left Chief. Marshal, have the military engineers set up the tent at once.
Yes, Commander. Left chief, you have your office here. What do you need a tent for?
Just do your duty as county magistrate. Gather new people, and resume irrigation from Bailey Channel.
At once, left chief.
Lawyer Fa,
Yes, Left Chief.
investigate the details of the feud among the May County clans.
Yes, Left
Lawyer
Chief.
Shu, Lawyer Gong.
Here,
See
Left
the
Chief.
waterworks staff. I want a reconstruction sketch of the Bailey Channel.
Yes,
Left
Left Chief.
Chief.
Che-Ying, send a message to His Majesty. I want you to give Jingjian a full report of the actions taken at May County.
Yes.
Your Majesty, Jingjian has asked
Send
to
him
see
in.
you. At once.
Your Majesty, an urgent letter from Left Chief.
That's all we can do at the moment.
Your Majesty, the May County conflicts have been too brutal. It's highly suspicious.
Don't worry too much. Now listen, I want you to head to May Country with your most able officers. The left chief will need help to maintain the peace over there.
Leave it to me. What of the prisoners?
The clans involved have had conflicts for a very long time. Too deep-rooted and irreconcilable. For now, just maintain the stability over there.
I will. We'll be heading there at once.
Hebo,
Your Majesty.
listen. I want you to investigate if someone has something to do with the ongoing feud there. This should just be between us.
I understand.
Imagine. Just by using a log, he made everyone believe in the system. How did he even conceive that idea?
Who is he?
Mother?
I know who you mean. I was impressed as well.
Well, at first, I was afraid he would not last here. But he did. He's truly brilliant.
Don't get too hasty. The big battle is yet to come.
What big battle? With a wise leader like him, who would even dare to go against his reform?
Yingyu, don't be so naive. Reform is a battle between the old and new factions. He wants to seize the land of the aristocrats, to take power they've always had, to stop the practice of old customs and traditions, to have people of nobility like us prove our worth. He would have enemies at every turn. Wei Yang is just beginning his work here. How is that being wise? I'd call that arrogance.
Mother, don't talk that way. If elder brother hears you say that, you'll be in trouble.
Why would I be in trouble? I just want you to be aware of things. Like the worsening feud among the clans this summer. Their conflicts can get them into serious trouble.
Mother,
Jiliang,
Elder brother,
I need to ask you a favor.
what is it?
The Meng, Ji, and Bai clans fought against the Rongdi tribes at May County. So many have died and thousands are involved. Left Chief Wei Yang is already there with our troops. Something doesn't seem right about this incident.
Do you need me to speak with the elders of all the clans?
There has to be a reason for that sudden attack.
Jiliang, don't worry about the elders. We'll look into it.
elder brother, private feuds are against the new law, right? Will they be executed for that?
Jiliang, this is just the beginning of your troubles. When you supported Wei Yang,
I know, Mother.
After praying to the ancestral spirits and performing rituals for our dead, you can now fully face the task at hand.
Right. We must not let our people die in vain.
No worries, Ming. Most of Mei County's lands belong to the Ming, Shi, and Bai clans.
Yes,
I doubt he'll want to interfere with any of our clans right now.
right.
Still, this is a serious problem. And turning a blind eye is not the best tactic.
What do you suggest we do?
Well, I think that too. All right. Let's make a pact to that.
All right.
That's right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Grand Preceptor, we've lost a dozen men from our clan and over 30 of them were arrested. What should I do about that?
Gan Cheng,
Father?
was our clan involved in that conflict as well?
Yes, Father. Our family Shinshachi was involved, with 3 casualties and 13 arrested.
And how did you deal with that?
I posted for their bail to the Shachi magistrate. He'll wait for Wei Yang's approval to have them released.
You idiot!
But Father...
I want you to withdraw that bail request at once, and to inform the office of the left chief that all Gan criminals should be punished accordingly.
But Father...
Grand Preceptor!
See to it at once!
Very well.
To think that I've always admired your valor, teacher. But it appears you've already lost that spirit.
Then your admiration is like a slap on my face.
Teacher, you will lose the public support with your cowardice.
Who is the coward here? Do not come to me again until you figure it out.
What? Grand Preceptor, wait! Don't leave yet!
I have summoned you all here so we can talk, my old friends. Is everybody here? Where are Elders Mengxi and Bai?
Your Majesty, I'm afraid they've already returned to their hometowns in Mei County.
I see. They must be worried about the conflict that happened. Grand Preceptor, do you wish to start?
With your permission, heavy conflicts have occurred this summer on the lands of the oldest clans. The richest in our kingdom, these feuds were so terrible that they have reached the ears of our most respected Grand Duchess. And it puts me to shame. All the elders here would boast about their offspring as being the most notable citizens. But let me ask you this, who among them has not been involved in the feuds? This only proves that all of us have been through past disputes, which is why we have to discuss this matter, since these disputes are now against the law. Yet despite that, these conflicts continue to happen. What's worse is that there are more clans getting involved now.
Grand Preceptor, is it true that some of those arrested came from your clan?
That is correct. My son Cheng even tried to post bail for them. I feel so ashamed of them.
Then why is it that you mention it?
I have ordered my son Cheng to withdraw the bail request and to leave that matter to the left chief.
You've done well, Grand Preceptor. It proves how well you manage your family.
But the Qin clans have always had these disputes. We should decide on the punishment ourselves. We can't just let an outsider interfere with our private affairs.
True, he's just causing further discord.
I have to disagree with what you've just said. Too many have already perished from these disputes, since we have grown so used to turning against each other. When the late Duke was still alive and I was still on active duty, we tried to find ways to end these interval conflicts, but we had to postpone them when we went to war. And now, Duke Xiao is really set on putting an end to these disputes. So he started a new law that prohibits them. That is the way of a true leader. Ask yourselves, how have you led your own clans?
No, gentlemen. This is just a friendly reminder on how we as the State Elders can ensure the future of our offspring. I agree with what the Grand Preceptor said, so I suggest you consider his words. If we cooperated with the new law, then Qin will prosper. But if we refuse to, we will all suffer for it. Give me my stuff.
Farewell, Grand Duchess.
Greetings,
Jingjian.
Left Chief. I was sent by His Majesty. I brought a dozen officers as well.
What did Duke Xiao say?
The clans involved are old families of Qin. Their conflicts are deep-rooted and irreconcilable. He just wants us to maintain the stability here.
Was he concerned about the arrests?
It's hard not to be. It's only now that something is being done about these conflicts. So, Left Chief, what do you need me to do here?
Talk to the prisoners. Investigate their involvement to the crime.
Very well.
And find some undisputable evidence.
I will.
Left Chief, the clan leaders Meng Che, He Chi Hu, and Ban Jin wish to see you. I'll send them in.
Greetings, Left
Left
Chief.
And what brings you here today?
Left Chief, we are here to discuss a personal matter and to offer you an opportunity to gain out of it.
This is not a trading office, nor is it a place for personal matters.
Wei Yang, we are of equal titles here. Show some respect for us.
You are in a government office. If you wish to be respected, then be respectful.
Wei Yang, we have come here with the best of intentions. Without our help, do you think you could end all the conflicts?
If you're here to give a testimony, you may see the officers at the next tent. Otherwise, you're free to leave.
Wei Yang, we came here out of respect, yet you've shown us none.
Is your behavior a show of respect? I suggest you all leave. I still have to work here.
How dare you? Not even Duke Xiao himself will talk to us this way.
Commander Che! Arrest them all.
You!
3 days of labor for disrupting my duty.
How dare you!
Don't you tell us!
Let's go.
What do you think you're doing?
Let go of me! Put your hands off me!
Left Chief, where should they serve their punishment?
At May County. Have them repair the canal.
Yes.
Come, let's go all in together.
Wait, just give me the requests.
All right.
Left Chief. There are more posting bail for those you've arrested. We will need legal counsel.
Do they come with gifts as well?
It's strange how all this wealth is appearing now, when Qin is considered an impoverished state.
The privatization of land has always been the source of embezzlement of funds. It's not surprising.
Those leeches. And none of them helped during the war. Useless.
Then gather all their gifts, and just tell them all, your message will be relayed. Wait for the final judgment.
I'll go tell them. Everyone, I am the Left Chief's administrator, Jing Jian.
I know him. I know this guy. He's the famous commander of Qin.
Everyone, the Left Chief is still very busy, so I'll be attending to all of you here. We have a side tent right over there. I will see you one at a time. All your messages will be relayed accordingly, so just wait for the final judgment.
Commander Jing is a Qin native. We can count on him. He can be trusted.
Say so.
Just fall in line.
Left Chief, the princess is here.
She's here?
She wishes to speak with you in private. She's waiting outside right now.
How big is her procession?
None. She just came here, all by herself.
Invite her to the back tent.
Yes, sir. Have a seat, Your Highness. The Left Chief will be here shortly.
I can wait. It's no trouble.
Your Highness, we can only serve tea. The army travels light.
I understand.
Greetings, Princess Yingyu.
I apologize for the sudden visit, Left Chief.
So what shall we talk about?
Che Ying, stand guard by the door. Don't allow anyone to hear our conversation in here.
Yes.
It must be crucial for you to come alone.
Left Chief, that Mei County dispute was all planned by none other than Bai Jin, Xin Qihu, and Meng Che.
And what's your proof?
I heard them discussing it.
Do you have any witnesses who can support that?
Why would I need one? Isn't my word good enough? Those men have been against the reform from the very start.
By law, they cannot be taken as evidence. Neither the differences in opinion in assembly, nor the information gathered by eavesdropping.
So you'll just let them get away? Even when they've clearly conspired against you?
Your Highness, forgive my bluntness, but the rule of law is not the rule of man. Where one gets sentenced before trial, one must first break the law before arrest. And during trial, one must first be found guilty before a sentence is carried out. And conspiracy without evidence cannot even be considered a crime.
You're in danger! You're willingly walking into their trap!
There are no entrapments under the new reform.
Wei Yang, why don't you ever listen to me?
Your Highness, Wei County is not safe right now, so I suggest you go home. Che Ying, escort the princess back to the palace.
There's no need!
Left Chief, the princess has left.
Che Ying, are the serious offenders kept in separate cells?
They are. But the prison here is not enough. The others had to be kept in guarded houses.
Guard this tent for now, while I interrogate one particular offender.
Yes, sir.
For what you have done for Qin, Elder Bai, please accept my bow of respect.
I never realized I would be credited for exacting my revenge against the Wrong D tribe.
I bow out of respect for your skill in carving out the stone of shame in Qin. Of the 600 stonemasons here, only you can boast of that honor. You have my utmost...
Sir, enough with the pretenses and just say what you will.
I just have one question to ask. An elder of the state.
Who are you anyway?
Wei Yang.
So you're the left chief of the state, Wei Yang?
Yes.
All right. Ask me then.
Elder Bai, who do you consider the greater enemy? The foreign one or your own people? Is it hard to say?
My 2 young sons were killed in battle. My daughter was abducted by Wei soldiers. My poor wife also died of a broken heart.
So you are left all alone now, to suffer that grief. Who caused that? The foreign enemies or your own people?
Well, who else? The foreign ones.
Now ask yourself, since the foreign enemies caused your grief, why have you not done something to help the state battle against our common enemies, instead of fighting among clans from your own land? All these inner turmoils and discord make us easy prey to all enemy states. And what about the lives of the family you have lost then? Will you simply forget about their deaths?
They're not forgotten, sir. I will never forgive what Wei has done to us.
Then why do you take part in these local wars? Why do you seek out revenge on your own people?
Left chief. Everyone despises the local wars in our lands. Many of us want to end these disputes. With these constant retaliations, we'll never know peace in these lands.
If an instigator of such wars is to be sentenced to death, would you find that unfair? Elder Bai, it is only by ending these wrong practices in Qin that we can erase the shame of our state and take revenge against our enemies.
Cable. Open it.
Yes, Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Abel, go to Left Chief at once. Ask him to find a way to pardon Elder Baitul.
Then I will go there at once. So?
I'll tell him. Wait here then, all right?
All right.
Left Chief, Duke Xiao has sent Heibo to ask you to pardon Baitul.
Tell Heibo to hand this to Duke Xiao. I'll have to consider the matter further.
He just left with your message.
Have you picked the execution ground?
I have. The construction starts tomorrow.
Let's go. I'd like to see it. I like this place. Large enough for the public to gather.
Left Chief, what can you say about Heibo's arrival here? Regarding Baitul?
It has obviously affected him.
It has. He's known Baitul since his youth.
I should go see him at Yuyan.
Left Chief, if you're not ready, I can go there myself. Perhaps I can explain it to him.
You cannot. He has to understand why this needs to be done. I have to go there myself.
Left Chief, are you sure about all this?
Why, aren't you?
Qin has never executed a well-respected elder before.
Have faith in the rule of law.
Is that your way of saying that he will be pardoned?
Just do your duties here. I'll be back in 3 days.
I will, Left Chief!
Yeah.
Let's head back!
Your Majesty, our thorough investigation showed that over 60 local wars occurred at Qin this summer. Among 8,000 people involved, 736 are the serious offenders based on the new law. Instigators, accomplices, and murderers are equally considered serious offenders, and they must be executed. They can't be granted any pardon for the crime that they've committed. Not against the state. If they are granted pardon, the law will not be respected, and Qin will never know peace. Therefore, all the offenders are to be executed. Your Majesty.
So no pardon then?
The law has been set.
No probation?
It cannot be applied.
Banishment?
You will undermine the law.
No mercy?
There is no clemency.
Those laws will just make things worse!
Your Majesty, what happened here? Your Majesty, you're hurt!
Hebo, treat his wound right away.
Yes, I should.
Say whatever you have to say.
Your Majesty, for over a century, Qin has suffered numerous disasters and turmoil. One cannot count the number of trials and tribulations it has been through. You assumed your position of power at the time of crisis, when the state was at its weakest, and you have been trying your best to save it. I can only imagine how hard it must have been for you.
Well, I'm glad you're aware of that.
That's because you have no idea how to run a state. Your Majesty, in your youth, you joined the army. And as you reached adulthood, you became a duke. Unfortunately, you never had the chance to learn how to run a state. So it's understandable that you would not know about the finer details of politics and the sudden changes that go through with reforms. These changes will just be too drastic for you. So, you're bound to get upset. The punishments will seem too extreme and...
Punishments must be given appropriately. For over a century, since Duke Mu and Bai Li Zi's reign, the Kingdom of Qin has always been led with benevolent governance. During Bai Li Zi's time, state prisons did not even exist here. It was effective, and it was how our forefathers led Qin from then on. How else did Ganlong manage to lead the state for so long? Even if you say that the law of man is flawed, Qin managed to survive centuries of incompetent leadership since the people were led with compassion. My father had fought for over 20 years of war, but no one had ever revolted against him. Our state may be poor, but he was well loved by the soldiers and the people. Now I fully support the legal reform. But you really have to reconsider the punishments you impose. If you had over 700 offenders executed out in the fields, right in front of all the citizens there, wouldn't that cause even more chaos? Reform should help people, not kill them off. I suggest you reconsider my words carefully.
石江，悬崖布勒玛的狮王，悬崖布勒玛的狮王。